Hi guys. So let's start with the basics of Microsoft Excel over here. So this is a sheet that you have. Okay. So before we understand what you're going to do, let's just understand the interface over here. So we are in the home section where you have different functions regarding the font and the alignment and the color. So here you have the alignment. So here you can merge and all those things. So conditional formatting, different tools and insert, delete. These are all the basic tools that you actually have. Now, in this particular session, what we are actually going to talk about is something called as constants. So, how do you represent that constant is using something called as this dollar symbol. Using this dollar symbol, you can establish something called as a constant over here. Now, let's understand that well in detail over here. Let's go to this particular part. I am supposed to find sum of A and B. So in how many ways can you find sum of A and B? So this is a very simple number, 2 and 1. A is 2 and B is 1. So here if you look at the bottom, you can actually find what is the sum. So the sum over here is 3. So just imagine if the number is very high. So one formula that you can actually use is going to be something like this. Put is equal to symbol over here, A, and then put a plus and then B. Press enter. You're getting 3. So you can do the same formula for this again. So put is equal to 1 plus this thing. So you're getting this number again. So that is the number that you get. So you can copy this formula. One way of copying that to other value is, let's say you can just drag the formulas. You can get that. So here you can get sum. So see, dragging that is going to be difficult. If let's say you think this dragging down is going to be difficult, what you can just do is go to the bottom right corner of this cell. You see the cursor or you see that particular pointer turning it into black in color. You just double click over there, automatically this is going to get populated. This is one way of doing it. Just imagine here we have only two values. What will you do if you have, let's say, hundreds of values? What will you do in that case? In that case, we will go with this formula. I'm going to write the same formula over here is equal to, here I just added this particular formula as sum. So here I'm just going to do it as sum. I'll select this. The bracket is open. I'm going to just put that as a condition. So here I'm supposed to sum all the values from A2 to B2. See, I'll just double click this. I'm getting this. Now, just say that I'm going to have numbers like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm having this particular value over here. So I'm supposed to find sum of all this value. So what I'll do, I'll put it as sum. I have this formula selected. I'll take the range. The range is from this place to this place. I'm giving it as enter. So see, the sum is getting added over here. Now see, the sum is actually very simple. You got how to do this particular sum value over here. Now what I am actually going to do is introduce you guys to something called as constant. My condition that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add all the values in A, which is this number 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 with only this number 5. So how can I do that? I'll just give it like this is equal to, I'll select the first value plus 5. What is the answer that I'm getting? I'm getting it as 7. Now what am I supposed to do is every time I add one value, that is, let's say this 4 is supposed to be added with 5, this 6 is supposed to be added with 5, 8 is supposed to be added with 5 and 10 is again supposed to be added with 5. So can I say this particular value which is B4, this B4 is supposed to be a constant? To represent something called as a constant, we just understood this, which is dollar symbol. I represent dollar symbol. Whenever you represent something as a dollar symbol over there, so that particular cell is going to get freezed. Yeah. So I'm just going to do a small modification over there. When I put dollar symbol in front of B, which means this particular row, this particular column of B is going to get frozen. And when I put dollar symbol in front of 4, that particular column or that particular row is going to get freezed. Yeah. So this is what happens. So when I put dollar symbol in front of 4, everything in this particular row is going to get freeze, and when I put dollar symbol in front of B, everything in this particular column is going to get freeze. Now there is this value. Now just drag it down. If I just drag it, see, I'm getting my value over here. I got exactly what I need, which is nothing but, you see the formula over here very carefully. A2 is getting added with B4. A3 is getting added with B4. A4 is getting added with B4. A5 is getting added with B4, and A6 is getting added with B4. This is one particular value that you're supposed to know. This particular constant, setting, freezing a particular value is something that you're supposed to know before we start with our actual concepts. So hope you guys understood what we just studied in this particular video, right? So because this video is going to act as the foundation for everything that you're going to learn. Now if let's say I want to make this a bit beautiful, so I'm going to just I'll make it as a little understandable for you guys, is equal to, just repeating the entire concept for you, it is A2 plus B4. I'm going to make this as constant, so I'm going to put a dollar symbol in front of 4, and I'm going to put a dollar symbol in front of B over here, so that becomes a constant. So I am actually going to double click this, so I have this value. Yeah, so this is the value that I actually have. So I'm just going to remove this 5. Done. See, now I want to make this more beautiful, so I can maybe just make this as bold over here. So these are all some basic information that you have. I can select the type of border that I like. I just gave it as all border over here. Yeah, so this is more like it, and if I want to add something over here, I can use this insert. So this is the basic interface of Microsoft Excel. So if you are someone who doesn't know how to freeze a particular cell in your formula, this dollar symbol is going to help you guys with that. Now let's start with our actual case studies that we have.